Today's vibration plate exercise is going to be using a stick. So if you have a nice big long stick, or you can just grab a broom handle or some kind of a handle that you have at home. Either one will work. So we're going to go ahead and select our program and then press start. And let's step onto our plate and let's have our stick in front of us. And what we're going to do is we're going to lean forward, getting our body into like a hinge position. So I'll come to the side so you can see that. My feet are having that tripod connection of the base of the big toe, base of the little toe, and our heel. And I have that stick right here, and I'm going to hinge forward. I have a soft bend to my knee, and then I'm going to come back. I'm going to hinge forward and come back. Now, let's go ahead and add some rotation to our stick. So we're leaning forward, doing that hinge forward, and then we're going to rotate to the left and come back up as the stick comes closer to us. And then the stick passes us and goes to the right as we hinge and lean with that stick to our starting position. Now let's go the opposite direction. So we're going into that hinge, going towards the right. As that stick comes back towards us, we come back out of that hinge. The stick passes by us, and we go back into that hinge with that reach. And then back to the start. And let's go to the left again. Hinging forward, over to the left. The stick comes towards you, passes you, and over to the right as you hinge forward, and then back up. We'll go one more time. This time we're going to go towards the right. So we're hinging forward, going towards the right, and the stick comes towards you, passes you to the left as you hinge forward, and then back towards you. Great. That's stir the pot. Now let's take our stick, and we're going to have our hands gripping, and what we're going to do is pull out on the stick and then push in on the stick. Our hands are not going to move on that stick at all, but we're going to be engaging muscles, going out and pushing in, pull out, push in. Now let's go ahead and pull out as we raise our arms up, and you can go as high as it's comfortable for you, and then push in on the way back down. Pull out as we go into flexion, bringing those arms up. Press in as we lower, going into extension. Pull out as we raise up. Push in as we go back down. Excellent. Now let's go ahead and go into a kayak move. So a kayak move is going to be a rotational move. We're going to be rotating our thoracic rib cage area. Once you get the hang of this movement, I want you to start pressing out on the stick as you do the movement. So the whole time you're pressing out without your hands moving. That increases the difficulty. Now let's push in on the stick as we continue this kayak. And just notice, is one easier than the other? Is it easier to push in on the stick as you do this movement? Or is it easier to pull out? Let's go back into the pulling out on the stick. And then push in on the stick. We're always keeping a soft bend in our knees. Great. So now let's go into a kickstand with our feet. And you can continue to use your stick for stability. So I'm going to go into a kickstand with my left foot. Once I feel like I'm ready, I'm going to go ahead and pick that foot up. If you need to have the stick in the arm that you're lifting that foot, perfectly fine. I want you to keep your balance. Let those vibrations come up through your body with a different weight distribution in your leg. Now bring that left foot down and let's go into the kickstand with the right leg. And when you're ready, if you need to change the stick, that's fine. Pick up that right foot. And let's feel those vibrations, the movements going through that left leg. And then bringing that right foot down. And let's do the left leg again. So lifting, lower. Lift the right leg. And you can play around with what feels better. Left leg up. And if you want, you can even try without a stick. So then you might want to have your arms out to help with balance. Now, right leg. Go in that kickstand, foot lift. Put that right foot down, kickstand left foot, lift. And let's take this a step further. Let's do a opposite arm to opposite knee touch, okay? So we're going to raise our right leg, touch with our left hand to our right knee. Left foot off, right hand touches left knee. Go back down, right leg, left hand touches right knee. Do you have one side that is a little bit more challenged for balance? I feel like mine is when I lift my right and I touch with my left hand. That's a little bit more challenging. It's just interesting to see where you are each day. Great. Now let's go ahead and let's start with some step on, step off. So we're going to move to one side of our plate and let's step off and then step back on. Step off, step back on. Now let's go to the front. Step off and step back on. If you need to be using your stick, that's totally fine. Step off to the front, step back on. Step off to the side, step back on.